Hey, beautiful people. It's your girl Rocqi, your revolutionary hippie from LifeIsRocqi. Please subscribe and help me grow my channel. So, today was a beautiful day. I went out to the lake, was with some loved ones, had some bomb ass food. It was a good day. But what also made my day great was I was productive as fuck. This morning, I cleaned the bathroom, I washed dishes, I created my sign. I'm gonna go to the lake and start selling my paintings. So I created my sign for that. And then what else did I do? I went to the store to get some flowers to congratulate someone. And I also did some exercises. I was doing a lot. And then I also worked on my happiness coaching program. So once I came home from spending the day out, I started working on it again. And it's really rewarding me, and I feel really accomplished, and I feel like a lot of belief and confidence in myself, especially because I'm doing the self-confidence part. So I'm reading all this shit and it's pumping belief into myself. But I just wanted to take a moment to explain my process. Sorry if you hear these kids screaming. That's my housemates playing. But try to bear with me, I guess. So my process. So I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, and I'm currently transitioning to happiness coaching. Again, my happiness coaching program is using Maslow's hierarchy of needs as a guide. So it's focusing on the last three stages: belonging and love, esteem, and self-actualization. There's also self-transcendence, but we're not there yet. So, these kids. So I was planning to launch my happiness coaching business next year, the beginning of next year. Actually, not even the beginning. I was going to tell my clients that I'll be transitioning out the beginning of next year, and I was going to start coaching. I was transitioning to coaching next summer, right? However, leadership changed in my group practice, and that lit a match under me, and now I'm transitioning this summer. And I don't even have everything together. Like, the furthest I am with my program is esteem, so I'm launching with that. Just because I've been practicing for 6 years now, and practicing therapy for 6 years, and I'm tired. I'm a creative, I'm a free spirit, I'm a nonconformist. So all these boxes and restrictions and rules and regulations is just not me. Like, I wanted a private practice and to be self-employed for a reason, you know? So reporting to the BBS, reporting to insurance, reporting to group practice policies. Like, I've had enough. I am done. Therefore, my own business. Okay. We'll see if they straighten up coaching. But for right now, you don't need a degree. You don't need a license. You can get certified for credibility, but I have a degree. I have my master's degree in marriage and family therapy. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist. I'm going to continue that licensure because I didn't work that hard for that L. So I'm gonna do that. And then I'm gonna supervise in 2 years. Supervised therapist, associate therapist in 2 years. So I'm going to keep my foot in the therapy community. And I also want to have a nonprofit where we provide therapy services. Stay tuned, y'all. That was put off the stove. Okay. We got other things that need to be burning. Okay. We got other things that need to be hot. Right. So, I'm going to keep my toe in the therapy community, but for right now, I got to do my own thing. So that being said, I had to transition sooner than I wanted. So, and I'm still not done with the esteem need. So what I'm doing with my happiness coaching services, Manifest Realities Happiness Coaching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. You'll hear more about that on this channel. Because this is me growing, baby. Like, this is just the beginning. Like, first it was like striving to get my license, and that, was so much work, because like this, like, can I stretch? Can I be free? Like, can I do my thing and fucking do it? Like, I had like all the pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together. So, all right, so I'm just breaking down my process because again, I'm all about teaching strategies. So this is my process for how I'm developing my program. So my program exists in 3 parts. There's the assessment, the skills, and the life work. Okay. Sorry, I had a thought midway. So the assessment is to assess their starting position, and then the skills are the things that I'm teaching them, the strategies included within the skills, and then the life work is to put all that into practice. So what I'm doing right now, I have 4 skills within the need of esteem, okay? My website for my happiness coaching, Manifest Realities Happiness Coaching, will be launching in July. So I'll probably double back to this video and include that on there, but in the description box below. So within those 4 skills, there's assessment. There's several different several different strategies within those skills, and then there's the life work. So right now, what I'm doing, because like, yes, I have a master's degree. Yes, I'm a licensed therapist, but knowledge is power, and you never stop learning. So that being said, I've acquired a lot of knowledge, but it's all mixed up in there. It's floating around. So I need to like consolidate it and conceptualize it and be able to teach it, So that's why I went back to school. I went to community college and took a personal growth and development class. I need some water. Got cotton mouth. Okay. Feel better. So yeah, I took the personal growth and development class, and that like really brought everything together and allowed me to create my vision for my happiness coaching program. So that being said, right now what I'm doing is researching more information. So like there's some tidbits that I just need to gather information on, and then some is like from the book that I was using from that class, some is from my own stuff. So it's just like consolidating all the information and learning any new information that I need to do in my research. And then the next thing is creating the assessments. Now, the assessments I'm pulling from different resources, and I'm crediting them. I just need to be able to see the responses for people. And because I'm doing all of this online, I need to, Google form it up. So creating those assessments, and then I need to organize the information to be able to present it and teach it. So that's like step 3. And then I need to come up with the exercises to put those skills into practice. So that's how I'm developing this program, and the process that I'm using, the strategies that I'm using to not be overwhelmed by the amount of work that needs to be done. My website also needed to be done, but I enjoy playing around with a website. So I enjoy creating a website. So that's pretty much done. So it was like, okay, website's done. Now it's time to work on the program, which you're actually going to be doing. So I'm really excited about this program, y'all. Like, as I'm going through it, and I'm even like looking at the assessment, and I'm reading the questions. So I'm like thinking about it within myself, and I'm like, oh, I've done a lot of work on myself, and I'm excited to see how this helps other people. Yes, there's self-help books there, and but you gotta like read a ton, and it's not someone teaching you. Like for me, I learn better from like a class setting. So, however, I will be writing all this stuff down eventually in a book, trust and believe. And I will also be creating courses with this information as well. Like I said, it's only the beginning, because my goal is passive and residual income. I don't want to have to consistently be working in order to survive, especially when I have children. I want to be able to be present for them and with them. So yeah, I'm not going to be able to do coaching that much either. So I need to, and I see it as I'm creating the content. I'm like, oh yeah, this is smoothly going to transition first to courses and then to the book. And then I'm also going to be doing professional speaking where I can go to events and also teach this information. So your girl is going to be doing big things. And I'm believing in myself that I can, and that, geez, was this a manifestation? Like, I remember when I was like 8 and I decided that my purpose in life was helping Black America. It sure took some twists and turns of how, and the population within, but like I'm about to hit. Now, mind you, I've been practicing therapy for 6 years, so I've been helping people, but it's and I have my podcast, and I have my podcast for what, 4 years now? Yeah, 4 years. So I've been helping people, but I see myself having a great impact. And that's where my life motto comes in, my philosophy of life, as I just learned in personal growth and development. A waterfall begins with a single drop of water. And I'm that drop. I'm meant to cause a ripple. I'm meant to move us forward. Black America, we have so much. We have centuries of trauma, and we are just now normalizing therapy and to go seek help, and that it's okay. But I'm glad that we're in the shift towards health and wellness. I'm glad we're in the shift towards loving ourselves and taking care of ourselves and reflecting on what the fuck we need, One shows a great sustainable career. But yeah, this shit about to be wild. And I'm building my YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Another passive and residual income. Please subscribe. But yeah, it's it's hard to believe, but I'm seeing it more and more. Because, like, I see, like, Dr. Joy DeGruy. I see her doing this. And it's like, when I first saw her, I was like, that's what I want to be doing. Like, she's a licensed MFT. And, like, I've been to several of her seminars. I have her book. Like, I am a change maker, which was the unofficial mascot of my grad school. Change makers. Yeah, anytime they have a whole ass school of peace and justice studies at a college, like, or university, yeah, they some change makers. Even though there was still hella racist and systemic shit, because that was the Black Lives Matter movement in 2015. So, but anyways, yeah, it's about to be something, y'all, and y'all gonna be taking this ride with me. Thank you for joining me. I'm excited, and I'm excited to help people reach their light, which allows me to be in mine. Therapy, I'm so grateful for me experiencing what I did, and I needed to learn about trauma. I needed to be in that lens, but after a while, it started weighing me down like that. You have to have the capacity to hold space for all of those emotions and that trauma. And with quarantine and COVID, like, my boundaries was, like, I need to be in my light all the time. And the fact that majority of my work is processing past and trauma work, like, ugh. I'm glad that I did it. I'm glad that I learned the information that I needed to. That's how I got here. That was a part of my process. So I don't regret it at all. I learned so much. And I will continue teaching that. Like, that's still work that needs to be done, And that's my goal of, like, supervising, to spread that information. Can't do it, but I can spread that information. Yeah, it's about to be a wild ride, y'all. It's gonna be crazy to like be older and like look back on the beginning and like, if only you knew. If only you knew. My life partner sees it. He believes. It helps me believe. But yeah. Whew. Amazing things to come. So check out Manifest Realities Happiness Coaching. My website will be launching in July. I already have my waitlist open and active. So leave a comment if you're interested in hearing more. Cause I'm excited. I'm really excited. And yeah, I hope people are ready to grow and reach their fullest potential. Create their heaven on earth. I did. I know it's possible. Take care of you, beautiful people. Peace and love.